Fowler, and this is the Coral Pink Sand Dunes, and that was a high-performance dune buggy.
Gotta keep rolling.
A dune buggy has large wheels, a Volkswagen engine, a tubular framework, and small front wheels.
Looking for a sunny day.
Located a few miles north of Kanab, the Coral Pink Sand Dunes have become a popular playground for dune buggies as well as nature lovers and photographers.
They're fun to watch, but they're a lot more fun to drive.
But I gotta keep rolling.
The prevailing southern winds formed these dunes over 155 million years ago. And today, these same winds wipe out the tracks of the dune buggies within a few hours, leaving the dunes in their natural prehistoric state.
What else can I say? But it's incredible. This is Corky Fowler. See you next time.
Bring it all home with Broadway Ford and Idaho Falls.
Have you ever watched an eagle in flight or seen the incredible acrobatics of the Blue Angels and wondered about the freedom of flight? Well, a man who has immersed himself in that freedom is Danny Sorensen. And when he's not flying a plane load of corporate executives cross-country or with his family, he's flying a very small, very unusual airplane. An aircraft capable of 200 miles an hour in a dive, worth about $38,000, and designed specifically for exploring the freedom of flight. A Pitts Special.
First time I got to ride in an airplane was when I was 14 years old. We were probably 10,000 feet over these mountains here. And I was just amazed at the way the earth flattened out, and it looked so different from high altitude above the clouds and the mountains. There's a freedom that you feel that you just don't get anywhere else. You're not confined to the road. You're not confined to the hills. The only confine you have is the sky, and it's just about unlimited. You can roll the earth around, you can pitch it and roll it and toss it about any way you want. It can be a spiritual type of feeling. The most exciting things I ever did was the first time I did an outside loop. And this is the first time you're flying straight and level, and you throttle back and you slow the airplane down. It gets about 80 miles an hour, and then you just start to push. And you're just going down, and you see the earth come by, and you're hanging. You're going away from your seat, and you just keep pushing. You're getting heavier and heavier, and all of a sudden the horizon pops up on the other side, but it's upside down.
And some of these maneuvers can be incredibly punishing and violent, throwing the pilot's body in all directions. At one moment, his body may be subjected to 6 Gs, or 6 times the force of gravity, meaning he's forced into a seat so hard he weighs 900 pounds. And a split second later, he'll be hanging from his seat belts upside down.
You can break the blood vessels above your eyes here, and quite often I'll have little red splotches under my eyebrows right here. One of the other maneuvers that's super exciting that I don't do a lot because it's hard on the airplane. It's hard on the engine of the airplane. It's called a Lomcevac, and that's Czechoslovakian. It means berserk headache, or block of wood in the head. It means, it's a powerful headache. And if you get it just right, the nose will continue all the way around, and you'll do actually a 1.5 somersault. Then the nose comes down and it'll go into an inverted spin. And it's very exciting to do, and it's exciting to get back on the ground, and the people that watched it tell you how exciting that was, and would you please do it a little higher next time?
where the real West lives, in Idaho Falls.
Yeah, no one thinks of skiing in Africa, much less Morocco. Everyone thinks of sand dunes, oases and tribes of nomads, people in robes and turbans, and caravans of camels. But there's more than sand dunes and arid deserts. There are the Atlas Mountains that rise over 14,000 feet, and a culture of people diverse enough to make any trip there an adventure.
Morocco is a wild place. We woke up in Marrakesh, these guys chanting prayers, and ladies wearing veils, and men wearing robes.
And people were into all kinds of strange things and customs and traditions. Like these guys were really into snakes. This guy kept wanting to trade us his cobra for our Solomon hat. We kept the hat.
Then we took this one-way road up to the Atlas Mountains.
Yeah, one-way road, all right. And the only road. To help us on this trip, we asked along a second skier, Kevin Andrews.
Sure enough, though, when we got there, those mountains were snow-capped and beautiful.
Surrounded by the Atlas Mountains, and with a little help from a local, we managed to get high enough into these ancient mountains to carve out a few turns that would make the whole trip worthwhile.
Horsepower. Bring it all home with Broadway Ford in Idaho Falls.
Looks real, but don't worry, folks, it isn't. That was just a stunt. You see, Randy and all the men you're going to see today are members of the Utah Stuntmen's Association. He's okay. Aren't you, Randy?